All right, hello, this is Jeff Scott of Rankin Technical College, and this morning we had our first online session for the AWD1100 Programming and Fundamentals C# class. And the first part of the class I taped worked just fine, and it's out there already, but the second part did not, so I'm going to go over it again. Plus, I want to make sure that we've all seen this. You all should have read this thing on the documents. But I wanted to make sure, whoops, as we get going, there we go, that you've all seen this. So this is the schedule for the rest of the semester. What I did today was I went over the Chapter 12 lab, but I asked you to first do those in a non-object oriented programming way. So I went over numbers 1 and 4 in the first tape. In the second tape, the one that I had problems with, I went over numbers 5 and 6. So I'm going to retape that in just a minute. Tomorrow we're going to look at some object-oriented programming examples. All right? We will do that tomorrow and Wednesday and Thursday. All right? But I'll need your help. So when I put something down, say something, etc., I'll need help from you, just so you know that. All right? Plus, today I used Google Hangouts, and I had some problems with it. So this afternoon I switched over to Zoom, and it worked a lot better. So we're going to try that tomorrow. All right, so the rest of this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we will go over some OOP examples. And then on Friday, if I can get, hopefully, I will send you out Thursday like a pretest, all right, for the for OOP for Chapter 12. And you'll have time to work on that for the first hour and a half to 2 hours, and I'll be available, so I'll want you to log in here, etc., and then we'll go over it as a class afterwards. A week from today, on Monday the 30th, we'll have our next hands-on test, and that'll be on Chapter 12. All right, just Chapter 12. And again, hopefully we'll have time, we can do a pretest first, and it'll help you with it. Then a week from tomorrow, on the 31st, I'm going to lecture for the rest of the material on object-oriented programming, that being chapters 14, 15, and 16. All right, so we will go over all of those as a class. All right, so we'll, like I said, we'll do all that. And that'll take probably most of the period, but then I'll have some kind of a lab for you to be working on too. And you'll have lab time Wednesday and Thursday to work on that. And I may be able to give you some help with that. We'll see how it goes. And then Friday, we'll have yet another one of these kind of pre-tests. And then 2 weeks from today, we'll have our last test on object-oriented programming. Now, it says here, chapters 14 to 16. It's really just basically going to be on 14. All right, there might be a little bit of stuff on 15 and or 16, but virtually nothing. All right. Then on Tuesday, so 2 weeks from tomorrow, I'll lecture on chapter 17, and we'll start going over the database material. All right. And then I'll have some kind of lab, some stuff for you to work on Wednesday and Thursday. Friday there will be nothing for you to do because we're off 2 weeks from Friday for the Good Friday observance. 3 weeks from today, that Monday and Tuesday, we'll finish going over chapters 17 and 18, so the beginning of the database material. And then Wednesday, and for the rest of the week, we'll jump into chapter 23, which is on link, line item query. Now, we may be able to do this faster, because I've got our test being all the way down here on the 27th. I'm actually hoping we can move it up to the 20th, but we'll see how it goes. All right, it's not like we're in a rush to finish this, but I want us to be able to work on a project at the end of the semester. And it's the difference between having 4 periods and having 9 periods. I think we'd be much better off if we had 9 periods. Finally, that last week, we'll go over, sometime in here, I'm going to go over how to do the ePortfolio. All right, so we'll talk about all this stuff as we go on. Now that's it for this part. I'm making this a very short lecture, but I'm going to come back and do the other two chapters in just a couple minutes.